Self-enquiry is a form of meditation that is unique and extremely powerful in revealing our true nature far beyond the body and mind. The vast majority of meditation practices ask us to anchor our attention on an object in the internal or external world. And self-enquiry differs greatly from other meditations because it is not about focusing the mind and directing the mind on an object. It is about turning the mind back to its source, back to the source from which experiences arise. It involves abiding as awareness itself. With self-enquiry, we are not interested in the things that are seen within awareness, such as the breath, a mantra, a visualization, a sound, a sensation, and so on. We are curious about what it is that sees objects appearing and disappearing. In the stillness of this practice, we are actually investigating into the heart of awareness. We are peeling back the veils of illusion to uncover the mystery of the essence identity, the mystery of who we actually are. Are we the body? Are we the mind? Are we something much deeper? Self-enquiry meditation was taught by the great spiritual teacher Ramana Maharshi. It was the catalyst for his own unexpected awakening, which began with the simple yet powerful question, who am I? Now, as I actually explain how to do self-enquiry meditation, I'm going to enable you to experience it firsthand. So I just feel that experiential understanding is so much more effective. So yeah, let's go. Feel free to close your eyes to lessen any distraction. Firstly, just notice what is arising within your awareness. Maybe the mind is beginning to chat with thoughts about this video. Maybe you notice an inner sensation or an outer sound. Remain totally alert and present as you watch it all unfold. Now notice this witnessing presence that sees thoughts, sensations, sounds. Become aware of this awareness. Become aware of the awareness that sees the world. Simply notice it and remain alert. Remain still, silent, relaxed, awake, witnessing. If thoughts arise and you lose your awareness, simply drop into the space between the thoughts and once again rest. Rest as the silent seer. So as you hover here in awareness of awareness, see how it is constant. It remains. While all the arising and subsiding objects come and go within it. Awareness, however, remains constant, and all objects pass by. We see that thoughts do not happen to me, they happen within me. So is I the coming and going of thoughts? If you see the thoughts, how can you be the thoughts? To whom are these thoughts appearing? Who are you? What is aware? If the mind tries to answer these questions with thoughts, recognize yourself as the one that sees the thoughts. Do not get invested in thoughts. See that you are the one that knows the coming and going of thoughts. But what is this me that knows? Who am I? So if your eyes are closed, feel free to open them now. And this is self-enquiry meditation. We are abiding as awareness, and we are taking our curiosity away from all that comes and goes within awareness, to instead be curious of what remains still and ever present. Let what comes come, let what goes go. Find out what remains. Ramana Maharshi. Notice how the meditation doesn't deliver us into concepts of the mind. It actually plunges us into an experience of that which the questions are pointing to. So we are asking questions that are pointing us back to our essence so that we may have an experience of it. In this practice, we are aware and still, rather than immersed in experience and movement. And while abiding as this vast awareness, we ask questions such as, who am I? And such questions are not designed to make the mind move. They are designed to confuse the mind into letting go of control and surrender. While we dwell in stillness, what remains? And the mind will desperately want to fill the stillness with so much more than just the powerful questions that we are asking. But time and time again, we see the thoughts arising within our awareness, or we wake up from identification with thought, we see the thought, and we return to awareness, where we continue our investigation. With continuous practice, we do receive the answer to our question, it seems, but in ways that the mind could never have imagined. Our underlying yet pervasive essence identity reveals itself. A deep presence emerges, and these questions seem to permeate our consciousness on a daily basis, and there is a deep inner knowing of a deeper sense of self beyond the objects of perception. While immersed in the human experience, we appear to be the body and mind, yet with self-enquiry, a deep knowing of self shifts into the forefront of our awareness. infusing our daily life and shifting our consciousness. Layers of illusion are stripped away, and our belief systems and misconceptions around self seem to crumble. So as we proceed with our practice, we begin bringing these questions from our sitting down meditation practice into our everyday life. So we begin really questioning the nature of experience as it unfolds, profoundly untangling our sense of self from the knower and what is known. And this is amazing. This is awakening. This is freedom. It's the bigger picture. And all the while, we lose interest in the kind of repetitive, boring, useless mind chatter to instead fall in love with inner peace and stillness. The more you get fixed in the self, the more other thoughts will drop off by themselves. Ramana Maharshi. Now, I do feel that it is important to have some sort of level of devotion to this practice, to have a devotion towards really knowing the true nature of self. And with that devotion, you really are able to build this kind of relationship of sorts with stillness. And a love for it does blossom because stillness is a place of peace. It is a place of harmony while we navigate a pretty chaotic human experience. When you first sit down to do your self-enquiry meditation practice, spend a few moments just settling the mind and coming into pure awareness. This is a relaxed alertness. And when the moment feels right, begin to intuitively start your self-enquiry practice, being sure to leave plenty of time for absolute spaciousness between questions. There are plenty of fantastic guided self-enquiry meditations that can be found on YouTube. Otherwise, let questions flow on your own. If you would like some guidance on how to find this relaxed alertness and this space of inner thoughtlessness, check out my playlist titled Guided Meditations. Simply asking the question, who am I, is enough. However, other questions may spontaneously arise. And here are some examples of some other questions that you may choose to ask. What is aware of thought? Is the seer of thought thinking? If I let go of every concept of myself, what remains? Who is seeing through these eyes right now? Who is the one that is aware of experience? Can I observe the observer? It's super important to remember that the mind may be tempted to answer these questions, but thoughts have no value because thoughts are concepts and they cannot know what it is that these questions are pointing to. Also, just remember to approach these questions with a certain freshness each time. See them for the first time each time you ask them. And finally, of course, remain thoughtless. You don't want to resist thoughts as they come in. Allow them to be there, but don't follow them. Just simply, time and time again, gently return back to awareness of awareness. I exist is the only permanent, self-evident experience of everyone. Nothing else is so self-evident as I am. So to do self-enquiry and be that I am is the only thing to do. I am is reality. I am this or that is unreal. I am is truth, another name for self. Ramana Maharshi. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any thoughts, opinions, or experiences with self-inquiry meditation or whatever, anything that you want to share, please just comment below. And wishing you all a Merry Christmas, a very belated Merry Christmas. And yeah, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye 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 bye.